Yeah, I think we just kind of hop into it right now. Yeah, like we're recording right now.
Oh, okay, sweet. Okay, bet. Yeah. Welcome everybody to the 9 to 5 Boys. We are your hosts. I'm Gil. This is Eric. Um,
Shalom.
yes. What's the week been like, man? What's been going on for us? We haven't recorded since, what was it, last Monday?
Yes, that's what it was. And not much has happened for me. I've been meaning to get back into Dracula. I still only did episode one, but each like episode's like a full length movie, and I've
No,
been
yeah, it's like
working,
you gotta
so
watch it. You gotta watch like probably once a week, honestly,
yeah.
because you're
Honestly,
catching up on other stuff. Like tonight, I was catching up a little bit on JoJo, so I've been trying to get
nice.
on that. I haven't been doing that a lot the last 2 weeks. I've been really busy. I had The week before this last was pretty chill. I don't think we did a lot. Um, third Saturday, I went out with some boys. I had D&D during the day. I went out for some drinks at night. And thanks to my pregame, I came home and was a little drunk. And then I got another beer from 7-Eleven, a tall boy,
Tell boy
and stayed
what?
up. I got a tall boy, a Miller Lite.
Hell yeah.
Don't shame me. But
No, no, no.
it's
I
like
turned you
it's
on to
like
the
three
Church of
dollars.
Miller Lite.
So yeah, it's $3 for the tall boy. So that's like pretty much two beers, and so uh, it's a valuable price. And so I stayed up till 3 a.m. because I watched The Flash, and I I just didn't. I mean, like even drunk, it wasn't that great. I think what they did with the mom storyline really hit home. I think that always kind of hits home. Um, the visual effects were like horrendous, and I hate to say it, but Ezra Miller, like, they did a good job, and so like I don't really know. It's like it's fine. They're not. I don't know if they're going to be cast in anything ever again. We'll see.
Question:
Um,
How was Supergirl in the movie?
she was. I kind of wish there was more. She was cool. She was alright. She was chill. The two berries in the movie kind of made it a little trippy and a little weird, but I guess it kind of worked for the story that they were telling.
I think the only reason
Um,
why they needed that was to make the main Ezra Miller Flash less annoying by having an even more annoying Flash.
yeah, totally. Because yeah, he plays this huge nerd in the movie, but he does it well, and the cameos are fine. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It was really mid. It wasn't that great. I liked seeing a bit of Batfleck. That was fine.
Yeah,
Um,
I take it
Wonder Woman,
Michael
huh?
Keaton's Batman was just kind of in there for like the paycheck, really.
He wasn't. It feel like he just kind of like phoned it. I don't know. I have to rewatch to like think about it again because like I don't really. He was just kind of there, and it felt ruined by the trailer. So I was like, okay, well I've seen all this before. It's like this isn't. Yeah, I feel like the trailer really added to it. It was like really ruined. It just told the whole plot. Like I hate when trailers do that. And then I don't know. The ending was kind of wild, and they had another cameo, which was like, oh my god, of course. And so it's really funny though. I imagine it must have been an expensive, one scene for him to be in. But yeah, have you seen it yet?
I have not. I've been holding out on that because I don't know. Like I hear things online. I see the visual effects. I'm like, is it really worth watching just to see Michael Keaton's Batman and that cute tomboy Supergirl? Like, no, really, it's not.
Yeah, and like no, it isn't. And but I mean, I would say there were elements I did like even if the visual effects were like stupid bad. I liked there was this scene where like there's a crumbling hospital in Gotham. Flash has to run to save a bunch of falling babies and a nurse, and like it's some classic like 1960s comic book shit. And I was like, okay, this is awesome and hilarious and really cool.
Okay.
Like that was fun. It was well written for the most part. Um, yeah, it was like whatever. And yeah, and so you could watch it or skip it. There's really no loss either way. I don't think it was like I followed it up with a much better movie, The Mask of the Phantasm, which was sick, and oh my god, the twist at the end,
Yeah, I've heard that
that
one
was
is
just
really,
great.
really good. Yeah.
No, it's a classic, and it made me miss Conroy. That was just, oh man, there's some killer lines in there. Um,
Yeah.
it's good, and so I want to watch. I want to keep on the DC vibe since I'm on my own tonight, no girlfriend tonight, so
Okay.
that's chilling. And then what? So what else did I do that week? Friday, I know me and my girl had some wine, and we got Chinese food on like that Saturday maybe, and had like a bunch of cocktails. But then the night before, I think it was like no, it was Friday because Saturday I was busy. Friday we were wanting to do pizza, but then we did pizza Thursday night at our parents' place. Her dad bought pizza and wings, and so we just did that, drank, and we didn't really watch anything. I've been listening to a bunch of my albums recently. I'm at like today marks like 668 records.
Yeah, for the viewers
Uh,
out there who might have like missed this from one of our previous episodes, he's trying to listen to 1,000 albums in a year, right?
1,000 new albums in by the end of this year
And you're up to
is my New Year's
600
resolution.
and
68, maybe even
660.
69, 669.
69. Nice.
I was just gonna say. Um,
God.
yeah, but that's been like cool and really like a lot of variety. Like I'm at the top top 500 albums, so like I'm good running through those. And I listened to some Taylor Swift, and like I'm not big a Swiftie, but it was a good album, the 1989 album, and I listened also to her newest one that was like Taylor's version or whatever.
Oh,
Because
it's
like it's a
like,
whole thing about like her contract and stuff, and like how she like got the rights to her songs back and all that sort of jazz. I am a little pissed at her today, and this is like maybe newsworthy. Is Speak Now, Taylor's version. It's a long album, but it's actually like really good. And when you put it into like the perspective that like she wrote all of this herself, it's like that's kind of like a very impressive thing for an artist. So
yeah.
I respect that, and like I respect her craft. Um, it's just not like I'm not always in a poppy mood, and so like I didn't like I heard on the 1989 album like a lot of the hits like Shake It Up, Bad Blood, Blank Space, whatever. Um, uh, what's that Thinking track? I don't remember, but there were a lot of other good ones too. So I think overall it was a great album.
Yeah.
Um,
But what did Taylor Swift do?
oh yeah, so she she's got her Eras tour thing right. Everyone's trying to get fucking tickets
Yeah.
because it's like the biggest thing ever. Which cool. And so she, I guess she's got this promotional thing where she's doing like a cinema release of it, of like footage of it and stuff, like a live concert at the movie thing. And that crashed the AMC website today because I was gonna look for a movie time this afternoon on my lunch. I was like, I want to see, like, I've got the evening free, so like maybe I'll go out to see a movie, but tonight I'll just stay in because the website crashed and I couldn't see the times, and so I was like, what the hell? And so like it was saying like, oh, there's higher traffic than usual because of the Eras tour thing, and I was like, Taylor, how dare you impact my ability to see movies? And so I had to wait, and then I checked just like a couple hours ago after work, and there were actually no times that worked out for me. But anyway, I'll
Just
go see a movie on Sunday.
Taylor
Taylor
Swift had to be
Swift.
that fucking bitch.
Yeah. No, yeah, she's a nice lady, I'm sure. But that
Yeah.
sucks. That fucking blew. And fuck you. And so,
Yeah, and honestly,
uh,
yeah, in my opinion, her music is mid, but it's catchy. I'll admit that. So
no,
yeah,
totally. It's like it
yeah,
feeds to a certain audience, and you teach their own. And like I like some of the stuff. Like I think like the tracks that aren't popular are the ones I like on the '89 album more.
yeah,
But maybe that's just because I've heard the other ones 1,000 fucking times before. Because I remember like the album came out when I was in high school, and my senior year, everyone was fucking jamming that. Oh my god, that was
yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
I think
it's
out
cool.
of
She's
any
got a
like,
long career, so respect.
I think out of any pop artist that puts out like constant bangers like every single time, definitely Lady Gaga is top of the list. I don't know why she's not getting more respect than fucking Taylor Swift.
No, for real. I heard she's playing in Vegas later this month. My girlfriend's parents are trying to get tickets for that,
Oh hell
so
yes! I wish them the best of luck. That'd be awesome.
that'd be a sweet thing to go to. They just came back from Vegas watching Duran Duran. It's
Yo,
pretty
Duran
dope.
Duran is still on. Fucking
Yeah, he's
hell.
still doing stuff, and there was some opener that's also big. I can't remember the name.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
A relatively new guy.
no, I don't. I don't. I think it was someone else who's a classic, but I can't remember.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Anyhow, it was cool, or someone pulled out, I think, of opening, and and so that made the first opener have to play longer before the headliner Duran Duran came on. But anyway, I accidentally, well, not semi-accidentally, I drank more than I expected to on Thursday. Or Wednesday, so yesterday, because we're recording this Thursday. My apologies.
So you got sick.
Huh?
So you got sick?
No, I didn't get sick, but I had like a slight hangover, but it was like manageable. But so I was having dinner with my girlfriend and her parents, and last night was really good because they made enchiladas with beans and rice, and it was sweet. And I had 4 beers before we left the house to go to a barcade, and then I had 2 more beers there, so I had a 6 pack by the time we got home. And so I was a little tipsy, or like no, I was certified drunk, and then
Yeah.
I got home, and then I woke up in the morning and I was like a little hungover, but like I lost track of how many beers I was chugging before we left, so I had like 4 of this size of beer of like the Kona. It was the longboard, but tonight I have the big wave, the blonde ale.
Hell yeah.
Um, my allergies are acting up,
I'm sorry,
and
man.
then
That sucks.
no, it's no problem. Uh, last Sunday I was chill. I think that day I did. Oh yeah, I was hanging out with my girl all day. We went shopping. That's right. And then we went to dinner it was with her and her friend and our friend Marina, which was cool. And so we went to East Ridge. We're hanging out there. Um, Malls are like it's a dying consumer medium, and
Yeah.
it's kind of a shame to see that. But I mean, it's taken over. No one likes being in, especially after the pandemic. Nobody likes being in public spaces as much anymore. Um,
Especially
it's also
public
still
enclosed spaces like that too. It's like it's just unnerving, you know.
yeah, no, totally. But it's pretty packed in there. It was pretty packed on a Sunday.
Okay.
That was a lot of people during the day. We were there till like we got there. I want to say around like 1 or 2. And we stayed there till like 5 or 6. Uh, and then we went off to dinner. No, we did a Target trip first, which was good. Then we went to dinner, and then yeah, that was that. What's been going on in the world, man? I mean, Mitch McConnell had another fucking pause.
Yeah, no, and obviously, people online on the website X, formerly known as Twitter, definitely dogged on him. But like, Joe Biden came out and said, like, "Come on, guys, like he's having a bad time. Like, be nice to him, please."
Oh, Joe Biden said that, Jim?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
wow.
paraphrasing, but yeah, there's no way he would ever phrase it like that.
Well, no, it's like, well, maybe you don't know, dude. You don't know.
I mean, he's losing his
he's
marble.
also another person who's also too old to be in office. But yeah, I mean,
You're right.
I don't know. Yeah, it would just be. I can get why people are like making fun of him and making light of it and saying like, oh, congratulations. It's kind of like he is like a bad person just to his core. I think like
Yeah.
he doesn't care.
But it's like
And he's
instead
got a
of
death
like
grip on power and like, but he also I don't think anyone like deserves to be like going through that shit. I mean, like I don't know. It's just like I don't know. Wishing bad ill on somebody isn't like a good practice. It's very hateful.
yeah. Well, and also you have to
Yeah.
be a particularly like evil person for that to be kind of justified. Like Mitch McConnell's a bad person, but I don't think he's bad enough to have like something like that happen to him just out of like uh like karma or whatever.
But maybe the argument can be made, right? He makes these policies that harm people, and so I don't know. Anyway, I mean, like I would just prefer he either retire or retire the natural way.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But
No.
maybe this is part of the natural retirement. Who knows?
Honestly, like this should just be kind of more of a wake up call to people. It's like, yeah, we should like really make some, steps to like getting
We should get
these
some
like
younger people in office. We should get these old schmucks who like they don't have any right making these decisions that impact the future that they're not going to live in.
yeah. I
Uh,
guarantee you, the only young person in politics that anyone actually knows about is AOC. That's literally the only one. Everyone else is these geriatric fucks that are way past,
Expiration date, dog.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Oh my
Uh,
god, you don't keep an apple in the fruit basket just because, you know it well and you like it when clearly it's not healthy. You know, it's
Totally. It's
yeah,
yeah, it's really concerning and like, you know, I honestly I don't want to wish him ill will. I just want him to like but if he's in this state, he shouldn't be making like decisions for people, dude. Like this is like horrendous.
yeah.
And
No, you don't
Feinstein
trust.
like didn't was it Diane Feinstein? She she like just got like a conservatorship or something or some shit like a right to attorney or whatever
Yeah,
conservatorship power. That's like kind of like I don't know, dude. That's like that's when you gotta like that's when you gotta like retire, get the fuck out of whatever position you're doing.
exactly.
You cannot and should not like in any other job. You would not see some fucking 90-year-old like dementia ridden guy at Burger King. This is not normal.
Mhm.
Get him out of there. He doesn't belong in the kitchen. He's this man is not cooking. Let him go.
This man will drool into your food.
You know, for real. He'll get mad at you and forget why you ordered your food and like
Exactly. He'll serve you the wrong order. It's like, yeah, I asked for like a Whopper. You gave me a bun with 65 pickles on it.
we shouldn't be making fun, but it's also like
I know it's terrible.
you
Bad on
know,
us.
but fucking it's speaking to a truth, man. It's speaking to a
Yeah.
truth about like we just shouldn't be. This isn't normal. This isn't normal at all. This is like
Yeah. And
get out
honestly,
of
the
there.
argument could be made that the existence of such comedy like this is to actually call out this kind of like problem. Like most comedy, like pokes fun at something that is a problem in an effort to kind of like highlight it. Really, you know?
No, totally, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Um,
So what we're doing isn't bad. We're doing more social change. We're just doing it in tasteless jokes.
exactly. We're just
Yeah.
being awful about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I don't know, man. That's that frustrates me. But it's also just funny to see some of the tweets about it. It's really like there was one that was like an erotica. It was like hilarious.
Oh, was it like those remote control butt plug things? Is that?
No, it was like one that's like, oh, I slid it on the table and like as he froze, we both came, you know, like or something like that.
My
And
God,
like
Jesus.
these really graphic ones. There was one tweet I saw, but it was really cracked me up. Really fucking funny.
Oh
Um,
God.
yeah, what else is? Well, there was we talked about the hurricane, I think, right? 'Cause that
Oh,
was
we
happened.
did. We did.
Yeah. Uh,
Elon Musk apparently got booed at a recent esports event.
I'm not surprised at
Yeah.
all.
No, one of the last few people in his like corner would be the gamers because he's like the cool, smart Tony Stark type. At least like all those years ago, back like what 6, 7 years ago. Fuck,
Yeah.
time flies. Yeah, he was respected as like Tony Stark because he's like a cool genius billionaire who also likes anime and video games.
And he's like gonna save the world and stuff. Like he's gonna be cool about it. And then he called the guy a pedophile for saving some kids from a cave. And it was like, what the fuck?
yeah,
And
and
then like it went downhill from there. And it was like, bro, it all that was like the flashpoint for Elon, dude. I swear to God,
dude, that was his Flashpoint paradox. Fucking Christ.
he's gotta develop time travel. Go back there and tell his younger self, don't fucking do that, you arrogant fuck.
Just slaps
And
him
like
across
he's not
the
gonna
face.
listen to himself because he's an arrogant fuck. And like then he's gonna
No.
do it again.
Just slaps his younger self across the face. Like, don't be throwing around the word pedophile like it's nothing. Like Jesus Christ.
No, for real, dude. Like it's chump change, you know. Like
Honestly, if he
That's
went back in
funny.
time to try and convince his younger self to stop whatever it is he was gonna do, he'd probably just go ahead and fuck himself. Honestly, like that's the only end game for Elon.
he might, dude. He might have sex with himself. I mean,
Yeah.
like, is that gay?
I
Or
mean-
is that just a bit of stroking your ego there, brother?
I mean, he's certainly stroking something.
Certainly stroking something. Wise
Yeah.
words from Eric. Stroking
Any-
his porcelain.
Anyways, yeah, he got booed at an esports event, and it was hilarious because like after the roarous like booing, they like moved the camera from him to the actual game itself. They were all playing Valorant, and then you just hear the crowd like turn into a chant like "Bring back Twitter! Bring back Twitter!"
Oh wow, that's crazy.
It was literally the David Zaslav thing at the fucking school that he did like a valedictorian like speech towards. Like same fucking shit. But like directed at Elon. It's amazing. I love it.
That's great. We love to see it.
Yeah. I love to see a pathetic man-child like that, the richest man in the world, the smartest man in the world, get fucking dogged on by literally everyone. It's amazing.
No, absolutely. He's just the worst. And
Yeah.
he got like 25 complaints from like the neighbors for that fucking light he had on the roof of the San Francisco office because it was right across from an apartment building.
Yeah.
I literally don't understand what his thinking was.
He also broke 3 major laws, driving to Mark Zuckerberg's house and live streaming it.
Wait, he did what?
Yeah, so he drove his, Tesla to Mark Zuckerberg's house. He was live streaming the whole thing on X, sorry, not Twitter, X. And he violated one of their policies on like doxing because apparently he literally had it recorded on camera, him Googling Mark Zuckerberg's address and basically showing it for everyone to see.
So doxing him, yeah.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this is the same guy who like had a problem with quote unquote doxing when some guy was keeping track of his like private jet.
Oh, flight patterns. Yep.
Which that's public information, so it's not doxing.
Yep.
He also broke Tesla's like terms of service with like not being focused on the wheel when the car is in autopilot, quote unquote autopilot. And
he broke his own rules?
He broke his own rules from both of his different companies. Yeah. And last but not least, I think it was a California driving rule that he broke too. I don't remember the specifics of that, but I think it also had something to do with the autopilot thing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know. It's fucking hilarious. I love it.
Take an L, dude. You fucking loser.
Yeah. No! Now I remember what it was. It was because he literally turned off like a feature on a Tesla that does like alarms and whatnot if you're like not focused on doing anything or even buckling your seatbelt. So.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Your mirrors and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing a serious investigation into him because of that now. Because now he basically confirmed there is indeed an Elon mode that you can actually switch on a Tesla. Yeah. Yeah.
That's really stupid. This guy is fucking stupid.
I know, he's a fucking jackass who just tells on himself constantly. It's fucking
He's just
amazing.
Emotional, dude. That's such a decision that he's so amped up and so angry and like anxiety ridden in the moment he just does stupid shit and then he just forgets oh yeah, I'm showing that I have an Elon feature that's super illegal. I just doxed somebody that's super illegal.
Yeah, I literally learned this shit today, and viewers, fucking go online and Google this shit. It's fucking hilarious.
That's crazy, dude.
Oh, the whole article's worth a read. It's just amazing.
Oh, bet. It's so dumb. That's awesome. Okay, good. That's a dub for San Francisco. I like that. That's a dub.
Yeah, honestly.
Because Mark Zuckerberg lives in San Francisco, right?
No, it's Palo Alto.
Palo Alto, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, no, San Francisco is having its own issues with its what is it? Robot taxi service. Apparently, that's a thing.
Yeah, that's there's been a huge problem because there've been accidents and stuff, and
exactly.
They're now isn't the police pursuing something against them or whatever?
I think lawmakers are going after the city for this. Literally, this is happening just after the city approved to actually expand more on the robot taxi service, which that's hilarious. That's
incredible. That's bad.
Yeah,
that's bad timing.
One of the major issues was not only the accidents part, but the fact that this happened during outside lands too. Too many people were on their phone, so it was eating up the Wi-Fi service. So it literally disabled the cars. The cars could not actually run properly because they weren't connected to internet.
Because so my girl and I were talking about the cell service is going to be awful because there's thousands of people trying to use it at once, and so that's a DDoS attack. Pretty much.
People literally DDoS an entire robot taxi service basically.
Accidentally by just going to see some fucking live music and getting high. That's crazy, dude. I believe it too. That's and so were they just frozen in place on the streets?
Some of them were frozen in place. I think I heard some of them were still driving, but without directions. So.
Oh God, they must have hit something.
Yeah, you would think, but somehow they missed it by luck, I guess, because if they did hit something, that would definitely be in the news.
No, for sure, that's bad. I'm sure there probably have been some accidents. Who knows? But
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's that's just crazy to me. I mean, like this real world testing of these automobiles. I mean, like I get it, but like they just gotta find like empty roads to like practice on and put like test courses and stuff on and shit. Like that'd be the most effective thing. It gets out of the way of like you getting into legal trouble, getting anybody hurt. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very risky. Like I already don't trust human drivers. I think a computer driver I'd be even less sure of.
Yeah.
Um, there's error bound to happen. There can be a misread in the system.
Yeah,
You know,
but
I don't know.
at the end of the day, I would trust any human, even a fucking teenager that just got their driver's license. I would literally trust them more than a machine to drive a car.
Uh,
Yeah. Or a
no, that
machine to do anything, period, honestly, other than, you know, already standard automated work, like building cars and whatnot in auto factories, like doing simple tasks like that have worked for a long, long time and is pretty damn consistent.
Yep, totally.
Yeah. Not anything chaotic like driving.
Yeah, that would because there's a lot of factors to that.
Yeah.
Just invest in public transit.
Yes, that'd be so much
Just
easier.
invest in like railways instead of fucking streets, man.
Yeah. No, if you go to a sporting event in like the UK, like, it's easily walkable and you can get off the train or bus or whatever and just get to the event and then you can walk or take the same like transport back home. It's easy as that. And it's
Yep.
right in the middle of the city. Like, no, not in the US. Any major like stadium is just like it has a parking lot that's twice the size of the stadium. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
And then everyone's trying to argue to get out. Like, oh, it's a
Yeah.
mess. Like, I remember leaving, like, for System of a Down was crazy at the Oakland Coliseum.
Yeah.
That was really hard.
So to circle back to the robotaxi thing in San Francisco, I have an idea to help curb this problem.
What's that?
Okay, so the homeless population in the city waits until they actually like expand more on the robotaxi thing and really release these things out into the wild, onto the city streets. Then the homeless just grab a bunch of bricks and rebar and whatever they can get their hands on and systematically destroy each and every single one. It would
They'll
cost
probably
the
do
city too
that.
much to repair, and if they get arrested, they got a place to stay for a while.
They got three hats and a cut.
Exactly. There's no loss here. Like,
Yeah, but
plus they'd be praised by heroes amongst the common man. Any sane person left on X would praise them as heroes.
they'd be a martyr.
Exactly.
No, that's like, I'm sure they'll just destroy it for other reasons. They'll probably get scared and be like, ah, no, no person.
Yeah.
So smash
It's a
it
ghost
up.
car, and they just
It's a,
like use their crystal meth super strength to like break open the damn thing like a can of soda.
no, for real. Yeah, yeah, no, that's like I don't know. There's like that's the problem of living in the Bay Area, and like you don't have to experience this anymore. You got farm town now, brother.
I do.
It's like it's big tech, and there's always stupid shit going on. Like I remember, like Mountain View for years. They probably still have those fucking Waco cars, the self-driving ones.
Yeah, I think they do.
With
Yeah.
testers in them and stuff, analyzing data and shit. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like it's really interesting, and like I don't know the concept of like a self-driving car. I think is cool on paper. Like it's really like a good measure of like robotics and abilities. But like I worry about like the practical applications. So like like imagine like the automation stops working. That's kind of like I always use the example of like my rear view camera,
Yeah.
my backup cam. That's like that's helpful, and like really I use it a lot. But I am reducing the skill I have of being able to look over my shoulder and back up. And so when that feature, let's say one day that feature goes off for whatever reason, maybe a battery issue or whatever it is, and I can't use it, I have to adjust back to figuring out how to reverse the traditional way. And like I haven't practiced that enough. And so like when someone has to switch from the automation to manual, it's like, oh shit, they have to like prepare to be ready to do that.
That's a very fair point. Yeah. Yeah.
And self-driving cars have already like hurt people. I mean, these are early stages, of course, in
Yeah.
testings, but still kind of dangerous. It's like I don't know.
And I fucking
I don't
love
know,
how
man.
I fucking love out of all the AI conversations we have, like I've never heard once someone mention it's like, oh, what if we put like artificial intelligence in the car, like it's smart as like Chat GPT or something like that. And I'm just like, have y'all never read Christine by Stephen King? A car having the personality of a person, essentially, that is not a good idea.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Totally. It's yeah, I don't know. It's very like there's a lot of ethical questions to it of like if it gets into an accident, is the driver at fault? Because like the driver wasn't driving,
Yeah.
but they're the owner of the vehicle. So insurance things are probably gonna get jacked up. Speaking of insurance.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, if someone crashes
my
into another person on like a horse, you don't arrest the horse, you arrest the person.
totally.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's fair. Totally.
Yeah.
Um, that's a good analogy. But so
Thank you.
my insurance premium had gone up apparently because California rates are going up. But then
Uh,
like my insurance agent was like, "Hey man, I got a couple ways to like reduce this," and I was like, "Let's do them, dude. They sound safe." And so he helped hook it up, and I also got renter's insurance finally. Probably would have been good to have that sooner, since I've been renting for the last 5 years. But you know,
I
now I have it.
mean,
I'm insured for 15K, so that's nice.
hey, there you go.
Um,
And honestly, keep it going and eventually if something does happen, at least you have a safety net. So there you go.
Totally, I could get
Yeah.
like a check to get new shit.
Exactly.
We'll see, man, because I got a lot of valuable shit in here.
I believe it. I believe it.
Too much shit, but yeah. So I don't know. What
Speaking of
else is there?
chaotic technology, I finished season 6 of Black Mirror yesterday, actually.
Oh, geez. How was that, man? I haven't even gone past that one episode of Aaron Paul I watched.
Okay? I gotta talk about that one because that one I think is by far my favorite because storytelling wise, it's almost exactly like Black Mirror with the whole futuristic technology thing and what it has to say about society and whatnot.
Yeah.
It has a very dark ending though. Holy shit!
No, it's a fucked up ending. It's
Yeah.
horrible, and I
Oh,
hate it. And it's like, oh my god, this is so tragic. It's really good writing, but man, that fucked up me and my girl for a little bit. We were like, whoa.
oh man, if you think that'll fuck you up, Lock Henry. That is a doozy of an episode.
Oh, okay, shit. Lock Henry, gotcha.
Yeah, that one has some true crime elements, and it gets real dark, real fucking
Oh,
quick.
oh, bad. Excited.
Oh yeah, Joan is awful. I think is by far the funniest one, and actually has like the sweetest ending.
Joan is awful. Oh, I've heard of Joan is awful. Yeah.
Yeah, uh, Demon 79. I think it's honestly like top slot for like my two top favorite episodes because I do love Beyond the Sea, but I think I like Demon 79 a little bit more because it's definitely the most different episode out of the
Okay.
season. Yeah.
It's the most. It's the most creative, you would say.
I would say so, yeah. I would give that title to Maisie Day, but Maisie Day kind of just like gave me a taste of what their supernatural element was going to be. And then Demon 79 just kind of went like full throttle with that. Yeah.
Interesting, for
Yeah.
sure. I have to watch it at some point. It's always really good television writing, but you can really only watch one episode at a time. And so
Yeah.
like it could take a couple days or even a couple weeks to finish because you could be like, I don't know if I want to jump back into that sunken feeling you get.
Yeah.
But anyway,
No, and that's all I'll say because I don't want to give away anything in the episodes. You have to like see it for yourself.
yeah, totally. The audience, you must see it for yourself. I
Yeah.
must see it for myself. Um,
I will say though, Maisie Day makes very good use of that one Muse song, "Supermassive Black Hole." It's a fucking phenomenal track.
oh yeah, no, that's great. I always think of that Twilight scene where they're playing the baseball.
Oh yeah, god damn! I forgot they had that song in that movie for the
I
longest
listened
time.
to I listened to the soundtrack for Twilight, and that shit's actually like really good.
I mean, I figured because it's like
It's got
what
some like
mid to late
2000
2000s like stuff. Yeah.
2000s like new metal shit almost. Like it's like crazy, man. It's cool. It's
Oh god, was there Deftones in that soundtrack? I'm curious now.
I have to like look. I have to review. I just listened to it in the car, and so I wasn't paying much attention to the tracks. We were just on a trip to the movies, I think, or to somewhere. I can't remember.
Sorry, I'm looking up the soundtrack right now because I'm
Oh yeah,
curious.
please.
Oh, they had Paramore in there, so yeah, 2 songs
Yeah,
by
Paramore.
them.
That was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had double Paramore. I was like no surprise there.
Oh, of course they had Linkin Park. That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of like Paramore and Muse, I don't know any of the other artists. I don't know who the Black Ghosts are. Although I feel like someone in the comments is probably gonna be like, "You don't know who the fucking Black Ghosts are?" Brr.
Maybe, dude. Maybe.
Yeah.
Any movies? I watched the first My Big Fat Greek Wedding
Oh,
because the
'cause
third one's coming out, and so like my girl and I are also gonna watch the second one eventually because I've never seen any of them, and so the first one was really good. It's just cute. It's just a cute little movie. It's a feel good movie.
yeah, I
If
figured
you
it's
wanna
like a
feel
Mamma
good.
Mia situation.
Pretty easy plot. I've actually never seen Mamma Mia, so don't ask me about that.
Okay.
I need to. It's a classic. There's a lot of just. It's always funny the reactions you get, and so like next week's gonna be really funny because like I get 3 days off of work, and the 3 days are off because I'm going to Disneyland because my ladies folks insist I go because it's like my birthday, and like I've never been, and like I tell people like, oh, I've never been. That's the reason I'm going. People are like, what the hell, you never been? I'm like, yeah, it's not that big a fucking deal.
Yeah.
I guess maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is the happiest place on earth. We'll see, man.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be cool. I'm excited. But the heat's gonna be sweltering. Like it'll be like almost 90, like on I think the second day. So that's gonna like suck walking around in that heat for all day. We're gonna have to be hydrated as fuck. But we won't be able to drink until California Adventure. So that's gonna be on my actual birthday. So I'll be day drinking. That'll be sweet.
Oh, nice.
And
Yeah,
going on rides.
Getting excited for day drinking while going on rides. Jesus, what have we become?
Being an adult is realizing you don't need fun to have alcohol. So that's kind of the point we're at, man.
I mean, yeah, that's facts. Yeah, you got to take plenty of pictures when you're at, that amusement park, and then,
Oh, for
yeah.
sure, I will. I mean, I'm sure my girl will too. She's very like obsessive that way.
Yeah, I do hope
Which
you
is
have a
good.
blast. That sounds like a lot of fun.
I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun. I got to get over my anti-capitalist emotions about Disneyland as a corp and how they're not paying their writers very well.
I mean,
And their VFX artists are unionizing soon, hopefully. So that's like 80% of them. That's big news. 80% of VFX artists at Disney signed to elect to get into a union. And so like that's really exciting, and I hope they get it because like, all the VFX artists are like burned out, and like I hear all the horror stories and like these different shows and these different properties I love, and it's just like what the hell. Like I really like WandaVision. Like it's really good, but people were working like 16-hour shifts. It's like what the hell.
Jesus,
Um,
man.
That's insane. That's just not okay. That's like just bad. And like I don't care
No.
what salary it is. That's not something you do to another person. You know what I mean? Like that's not okay. But it's
Yeah.
it's all because of Bob Iger, the CEO, being a horrible person.
They gotta keep cranking out that content, man. Gotta keep cranking it out.
No, for sure. They keep cranking out the content, but the content is getting worse, especially for Marvel. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm not excited for the Marvel.
No, honestly, that's why I've skipped out on like so many like Disney related things, like Star Wars wise. I haven't even touched Ahsoka yet. I definitely have
Ahsoka's
not.
like really good actually.
Yeah. Well, I know, but it's like it's only going to be a matter of time before like the how Disney treats Marvel is going to drip into like Star Wars again. So that's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
like I'm enjoying though, like what Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are doing. I think when the properties are in their hands, they really know how to like tell stories and really utilize it
Yeah.
and keep that sense of magic and that sense of nostalgia going.
Yeah.
They do really well at it. And so yeah, and like we've only watched the first episode, but we probably are gonna watch the second and third one tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe some Strange Planets. We'll see.
Oh, nice.
Strange Planets is another fun show. That's on Apple TV Plus. Pretty good.
Nice.
Really cutesy. Yeah. I don't know what else has been going on. I was at the ER with my girl last. Did I talk about this on the pod? I feel like I did.
I think you did, but you can
I
always
did.
refresh. So yeah.
But like, yeah. Well, so we were at the ER because she hurt herself, and she's fine. So but we were there, and like they were screaming at me children. And I was like, oh my god, I cannot deal with this right now. I'm already stressed. I'm tired. Like I don't want to have to be hearing that for the next 30 minutes. But anyway, it persisted. Uh, the horrors persist, but so do I.
Yeah.
Saw that in a meme somewhere. I kind of appreciated it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Kids are wild. They're expensive. They're not very profitable.
No.
Not particularly.
Plus, we
But
made laws around the ones that actually like are profitable. So
yeah,
you can't send a 12-year-old to the coal mines. At least not yet.
not in this state, dude. At least.
No, but in Arkansas, they're certainly like trying to work their way to that. So yeah.
Let's not give the kids free lunches. Let's make them work for money and have them pay for it.
Exactly. Pull yourself up by your fucking tiny ass bootstraps, okay?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
In this country, we work, and we either die at 50 from like a very unhealthy, diet, or if you're lucky, retire by 85.
Yeah, for real.
Oh
For a
god.
complicated lung disease that's easily preventable,
Exactly.
or retired 85 because you outlived the black lung.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm just wondering now what will happen if you give kids like energy drinks and like protein powder and creatine. Like, I feel like that's just going to be a nightmare.
That's gonna like jumpstart puberty. Like, yeah, this is gonna like mutate it.
Bro, they're going to be built like JoJo characters by the time they're actually like 15.
No, for real, dude. I just finished Justice Part 1 and 2.
Oh, nice. How'd
That
you
was
like that?
cool. Kind of nuts. They focused on like her like making what's his name?
Polnareff?
Polnareff. Yeah, Polnareff. Can't ever pronounce it right. Making him lick the toilet or whatever. Like
Oh, God.
they focused on her face too long of like her smacking her lips. I was like, that's interesting.
That's not going to be the only uncomfortable scene you're ever going to see in this entire series. It gets worse from there.
No, I imagine it's just upping the ante every season, but that's cool.
Yeah.
I like the show. I think it's well written. I really liked the first two parts. They were really like good, solid storytelling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. I like that Joseph's back in this part. Like I'm liking that he's an old man, but he's still like kind of himself, and it's cool.
Yeah.
Good story, man. It's well written.
It's kind of unfortunate how they ditch Hamon for like stands, but I mean, granted, there are some like stand battles that are actually pretty fucking cool.
There's some very dope battles so far. I'm really interested to see all these, and how it develops and how it grows, and all the different types of stands. Some of them are just nuts, dude.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, it's a cool show. There's a lot more to watch for sure. I've still got I'm halfway through the season now, pretty much. So I got the other half of the season, and then the next, and the next, and the next. Yeah, I mean, just been working. Work's been like cool, I guess. It's been pretty calm for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part. I've been chilling, doing my thing. What else have I been? Any notable stories of going out or anything? I think I had a Thursday night that was pretty uneventful. No, well, the Thursday was the ER visit. So, no, is that? Yeah, that was this last Thursday. Yeah, I don't know. Things have been kind of the same.
Yeah, same for me. Like, I just kind of been coasting along, just doing stuff, honestly.
COVID's making a comeback. COVID is making a comeback, everybody.
Oh, great. That is just fan-fucking-tastic.
There was a huge spike in cases in New York. I'm hearing an uptick in cases here in the Bay Area. One of my friends got COVID recently for the third time. I'm like, bro, that's nuts. I had it twice. I did not appreciate either time. The first time was horrendous. Second time, not as bad.
Yeah, the first time it hit you like a bullet, and the second time you're like, I've been through it once, I can do it again.
Yeah, for real. It was, it was fine. It was a little easier. Still not pleasant. And definitely the worst part about it was the isolation, not giving it to anybody else. You had to stay inside all day. It's like the second time around, I think I was in here. So I had to like be trapped in my apartment for a few days in like my box, and I was like, fuck. I was able to drag it out and make it work, but like, man, it sucked. For sure. But yeah. So I feel for him.
Yeah.
But anyhow, Yeah. I mean, I think if we're ready to clock out here, I got nothing else to share about on this episode.
Same, honestly. I don't know why I've been like kind of low energy today.
No, no trouble, man. I've been tired too. It's been a week.
Yeah,
It has been a
it's
week.
oh god, it's like that meme
I
where it's
also
like
went to bed late last
oh,
night.
what's that?
I also went to bed late last night. I went to bed like fell asleep finally like 1:30.
Oh my god, Jesus, what? Okay.
Had to get up at like 6:30.
Oh god. Well, I mean, I kind of did the same thing. I went to bed at like 12:30 last night, and I got up at 6. So yeah.
Yeah, about the same.
Yeah.
It happens. You do. You lack sleep, so you can do the fun things in life.
Exactly. It just feels like one of those memes you see online. It's like, oh, I'm doing a challenge called August. It's where I make it to every day, through the
Maybe
month of
they're every day
August.
of August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It certainly felt like that this week. I don't know why.
No, for sure. I don't blame you at all, man. I
Uh,
get it.
I think it's the heat. I want to blame it on the heat. Fucking hell.
No, totally.
Yeah.
The heat's
Anyways,
been killer.
this is the 9 to 5 boys. Clock in the fuck out.
Out.
Ka-chunk.